what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. Not too long ago I hit on the confirmed app for the Mauve Yeezy 700 V2s. I'm really pumped about this pair. I've actually never had a 700 V2. I have a couple 700 V3s, but this is my first pair of V2s, so I'm pretty pumped to get them into the collection. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful colorway. Let's go ahead and look at these Mauve 700 V2s. On foot, we've got my most worn pair of Yeezys probably. These are the Desert Sage 350 V2s. Start out with the box like we always do. It's that plain brown cardboard, nothing fancy. 700 on the top, Boost labeling on the side, which I'm a big fan of. Like all Yeezys, this is the drawer style box. The tag reads Yeezy Boost 700 V2 and the color is mauve, mauve, mauve. I think the retail price on these was $230. I forget what retail was. I think it was $230. My initial thoughts whenever I got this pair was just that they look cozy. And I think for this fall season that we're getting into and everything, they're just a perfect shoe for this time of year. I love the colors. I love how there's so many subtle little differences between, you know, the mauves, the blues. I love how all these colors are close to each other, but it just adds so much depth and warmth. I think this is one of the coolest colorways I've seen on a pair of shoes. And like always, all these suede and nubuck overlays just seem like they're really, really top shelf quality. And the colors are just gorgeous. I'm always a fan of a natural gum outsole, and that's what we've got on these. You can also see that Boost poking through, which I'm definitely a big fan of. You can see we've got this nice chunky midsole. And one complaint that I saw that people had is that there's no pop of like fluorescent color down here in these. I don't know if they call them drops or drips or whatever. I'm not down with all the lingo, but I know on the 700 V1 mauve colorway, there was a pop of like fluorescent yellow down in these two little areas. On this release, we've got a little hit of reflective in these areas, but there's no bright fluorescent color. And honestly, I prefer this to the V1 colorway. I don't mind it not having that bright fluorescent color in there. I know people are probably gasping right now, but I think it looks nice like this. But you've got this nice mauve color just wrapping all the way around. Looks dope. Just a nice earth tone, and I really do think they'll be great for fall. Then we'll start at the front of the shoe. You can see that natural gum color wrapping up to the toe. And then here on the front, we see our first hit of, I think this is a nubuck. If it's a suede, it's really, really short hair. I'm pretty sure it's a nubuck. It's a nice gray shade. It might even have a little bit of blue, but it's just a real rich color. And this material feels really, really nice. I don't know if you can see that action on the camera or not, but you get a ton of movement. It's not even a long-haired suede or anything, but you just get so much play and so much life out of this. And all these panels of suede and nubuck are just incredibly thick, but they look great. And then just behind that little panel, this is a little hit of reflective. Just gives a little extra pop to the shoe, and I like that. You've got this same grayish blue nubuck material down here on the toe, then at the base of the tongue, and running up the eye stays. And it's just a really smooth material, and it looks really good, feels really nice. The stitching all matches it. And then down here on the sides, this is like a little bit more rough. I think this is actually a suede, and the color is just a little bit darker. But down here, for this hit right by the midsole, and then wrapping around the heel, that is a darker shade, and it's got a different texture on it too. I think little touches like that are what set Yeezys aside from other shoes. But I love the design of it. Here on the back is a good example. You can see this here, which I think is suede, is darker than this material up here, which I believe is nubuck. Just looks dope in my opinion. And then for the base of the entire upper, we've got it's like a knit material. It would remind you of, you know, 350 V2s, even like kind of like the Covalite knit, which was a 380, but you've got this nice mauve color, and you've got that knit on the tongue, and for the base of the upper, and then on the sides, underneath these reflective stripes here, you've got like a lighter color knit. And once again, it's close to the color on the toe and the tongue, but it's just a little variation that just makes the shoe look really warm and adds some depth to it. But I really like that. And then here, these overlays, I'm not sure how evident they are on camera, but these are all reflective, and you have that on both sides. And it looks like the laces are like a flat mauve color, and they've got hits of reflective all through them, which I think is a cool touch. The sock liner is that mauve color, and it looks like the insole is like a dark gray. But let me know what you guys think.